First, an East Yorkshire beach renowned for its tranquility has become an unlikely battleground. On opposing sides, we have the Naturists and the East Riding of Yorkshire Council. Fraisthorpe had its official Naturist beach status withdrawn years ago, yet sun worshippers are still drawn there. But lately they've been offended by the wording of signs placed there by the council to put them off. One naturist who's keen to see Fraisthorpe return to its former popularity is Max Pratt, and Max joins us on the line now. Morning, Max.
Morning, Andy.
The signs from the East Riding Yorkshire Council, we contact them, they say they don't have any designated naturist beaches, and the signs are intended to remind people that Fraisthorpe is not such a beach and people should dress accordingly. It says it's quite clear what the intention of the sign is. That sounds reasonable to me. It's a clear sign. What's your problem with it?
Well, of course, Fraisthorpe Beach has been used by the Yorkshire Naturist community for over 70 years, since before the Second World War. It was indeed an official sanctioned beach by the council from April 1980 to September 1994, which, as you say, is when they revoked the official status. However, it still has a very strong following on the beach. Ryedale Naturist Group, Leeds Naturist Group, Coast and Country Naturist Group all go there, as well as individual free beach goers. Why have the council put the signs up? Because they've had complaints. Under a Freedom of Information Act request that we've had, our member John, who's been doing excellent work, has uncovered that they've had one complaint in the past 2 years, and the complaint concerns an incident that happened further south down the beach, away from the traditional naturist area. So what we're looking at here is a closed-mind prejudice that exists within the Conservative Party, that seeks to stamp out a way of life that's been happening for generations at Fraisthorpe. I just don't think this is a way forward for a plural society.
So as far as you're concerned, there have been no complaints? People haven't gone to the council saying they were upset?
One complaint in the past 2 years, according to the Freedom of Information request that we've received from East Riding Council.
And have you put that point to the council? If so, what have they said?
The council have been repeatedly procrastinating throughout our whole negotiations with them, been corresponding with them. They haven't been answering our questions. It's been quite frustrating indeed that they simply don't want to enter dialogue with us, because essentially they know that we're right. They know that in a multicultural, plural society like Britain today, they can't persecute a social minority group. It's unacceptable. So what they've decided to do instead is not answer our letters as best as they can, and the further we pursue them, the more procrastinated they become. I've written several times to Jane Everson, the Conservative Party councillor, that's been the driving force behind the erection of these signs, and she hasn't replied to any of my letters because, she doesn't have a reply. We're looking at closed-mind prejudice. It's simply bigoted, the way that they're treating the Yorkshire Naturist community. We're a very law-abiding, traditional part of British society, and yet we get treated like this in an absolutely appalling way. The signs are a complete slur on the nature of naturism. It says, this beach is not a designated naturist beach. Well, that's true, but any beach in England can be used as a naturist beach, since there is absolutely no law at all for being naked in public. It then goes on to say that any person committing acts of indecency will be liable to prosecution. Well, simply being naked isn't indecent. Are they suggesting that the naked human body is somehow inherently indecent?
So you're saying you're perfectly within the law. Is not the council within the law to put the signs up to say, this is our beach, we say who does what here?
No, they are not. No. We've spoken to Lorna MacDonald at the Diversity Unit at Humberside Police. We had a meeting with them with representatives of the Yorkshire Naturist community, and Lorna MacDonald assures us that Humberside Police do not view nude use of Fraisthorpe Beach as against the law. It's a totally lawful, acceptable behaviour down there on the beach, and yet the council have put these signs up which go way beyond their powers because it implies that it's illegal, which is not. It's contradicting the law of ultra-vires. And this is the reason why the council don't want to enter dialogue with us, because they know that they have broken the law of ultra-vires and gone beyond their powers by the erection of these signs.
What's your advice then to naturists?
My advice to naturists is to carry on using the beach. If they do see any behaviour that breaks the law, please inform Humberside Police straight away. We've got their telephone number on our websites. And to carry on using the beach for the future generations. We're not going to go away. We will not be kicked about by the Conservative Party on East Riding Yorkshire Council. We want to be accepted within this multicultural society. We're the only social minority group that the council seems to think it's acceptable to persecute, and simply we won't stand for it.
Max, thank you very much for your time. Max Pratt there from Fraisthorpe United Naturists. Now, we did, as I say, invite the East Riding of Yorkshire Council to appear on the programme, but they declined. They sent us a statement. East Riding of Yorkshire Council does not have any designated naturist beaches, and the signs are intended to remind people that Fraisthorpe is not such a beach and people should dress accordingly. It is quite clear what the intention of the signs is. That